Good morning. Today we are going to start unit electrostatic, which is the first unit of class +2. Now, first electrostatic. What is the meaning of electrostatic? Electro means charge. Static means at rest. So, what it means in all? It means if we study the behavior and the properties of a charge at rest, then we call it as electrostatic. So, it is a study of behavior and properties of charge at rest. Now, on contrary of it, there is electrodynamics. Can you guess what is electrodynamics now? Yes, you cracked it correctly. Electro means charge, dynamic in motion. So when we study the behavior of a charge and property of it in motion, so it's called electrodynamics. So this is the basic unit. Now let's start with the chapter 1 of unit first, that is electric charges and field. As the chapter name depicts itself, the notion is electric charges and field. Now first of all, what we are going to discuss in this chapter, we are going to study in detail about what are charges, what are the method of charging the body, properties of charges, and then Coulomb force and vector form of or Coulomb's law and vector form of Coulomb's law. And furthermore, so many topics we will cover in this chapter. Start with the topic charges. Now, charges, we are going to describe charges in detail now. Now, first of all, let's start with what are the charges, what it is in actual. It is the intrinsic property of the constituent particle of a matter due to which they exert force on each other. So what I say here, that is intrinsic property of constituent particle, means that is inbuilt property of a matter. So a matter have a charge by virtue of nature. Now there are two types of charges in nature, that is positive charge and negative charge. So this is called what? Polarity of charge. So we have positive charge as well as negative charge in the nature. So what is the method of charging a body? The method of charging of a body are of charging a body. First is friction method. Frictional means the body gain charge with the help of friction. Second is induction. And third one is conduction. So let's start with the first method, that is friction. Now, friction. Friction, it is a method of charging in which two bodies are rubbed together with each other. Now, what's going in this process? When two bodies get rubbed with each other, then it is the mechanical force which are going to generate thermal energy in between them, which in result actually cold charging of the body. Means what? Electrons are going to transfer from one body to other body due to this whole transfer of energy. Now why only electron? Like I have a body A and a body B. When these two bodies are rubbed together with each other, then as a result of it, what we get? Let body A get positively charged and body B get negatively charged. Now why a body gain positive and body B negative charge? What's the reason behind that? When we rub two body together, it's electron which flow from one body to another body. Now what is electron? As we all know, even in the plus one we have read about atom and its fundamental particle that are electron, proton and neutron. So as we well know that material is made up of small atoms, and atoms and further made up of electrons, protons and neutrons. Why only electrons get transferred from one body to another, not the proton? As we know, neutron is neutral. Electron negatively charged, proton positively charged, but a neutron is neutral by nature. So means we can say proton can transfer from one body to another, and a body which is losing the proton gain the negative charge, and other body which is gaining the proton may get positive charge. But this is not the case. The only particle that is going to transfer from one body to another, that is only and only electron. Now what's the basic reason behind the transfer of electron? As we well know that charge on an electron, that is minus 1.6 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb, as well as on the proton it is plus 1.6 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. But there is a huge difference between their masses. The mass of electron, that is 9.1 into 10 raised to power minus 31 kg and approximately, and mass of proton is 1.627 into 10 raised to power minus 27 kg. That's approximate. Now, electron seems to be more lighter as compared to the proton because it's raised to the power 10 raised to power minus 31 and it raised to power 10 raised to power minus 27. Means electron are lighter as compared to the proton. The second reason is what? In an atom, we know nucleus is there in which neutron and proton bind together with the help of nuclear force. And outside the nucleus, there are a number of orbitals in which electron revolve. And these electrons are bound to nucleus with the help of electrostatic force of attraction. Like in class plus 1 and unit 1, we already had studied that nuclear force is far stronger as compared to the electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion. Electrostatic force. So nuclear force is massively more in magnitude as compared to the electrostatic force. So it's obvious, it's quite easy to remove an electron from an atom as compared to the proton, because proton is binded within the nucleus with more energy as compared to the electron. So that's why when two bodies rub together with each other, it's only and only electron which transfer from one body to other body. Now, a body which loses an electron. Now say body A and body B, they both were neutral initially, but when we rub them together, what's going to be? Neutral doesn't mean that a body do not have any charge. Neutral means just a body may have equal opposite charges, means equal positive and the negative charges. So when we rub two body together, let body A, which is becoming positive, means it is losing some negative charge to the body B. So like this is body A, this is body B, having equal number of electrons, equal number of protons. Now this body again having equal number of electrons and equal number of protons initially. So that's why initially both are neutral. This and this both are neutral. Now let's say this body A gain energy, means electron gains energy and gets shifted to the body B. Now in this, number of some electrons are going to body B. Let's say for an example, but this is not the case in originality, this have 5 electron, 5 proton, and this have 10 electron, 10 proton. It's going to shift its 3 electron to the body B. Means as a result, after transfer of electron, what's going to be her number of electron are going to reduce to 2 and number of proton going to remain same 5. But on this body, number of electron are going to raise from 10 to 30 and number of proton are going to be same, that is 10. Now what we see here, positive charge is more as compared to the negative charge. So that's why it has overall 3 positive charge and it has overall 3 negative charge. So this body get positive charge finally and this body get negatively charged. So this is the method of friction in which a body A and body B, when rubbed together, they gain charge and as a result they act as a charged body. For example, we take it from our real life. Like when we were kids, I think we all do remember about this vividly, that we use a small scale of plastic, we rub it with our dry hairs and after that we do what? We bring the scale near the small pieces of paper. What happened then? The pieces started get attracted toward the scale. So that was the fact. What we done? We rub the scale with hairs, means the body get charged and as a result scale got charged and attracted the pieces of paper as a result of that. Is it clear? Now, there is a question might be in your mind that I am going to discuss here. Like, why body A is going to lose the electron, not the body B? You might think that body B also can lose the electron. Why I say here that only body A is going to lose the electron? Because there is a difference between the work function. Work function is what? It is the minimum force required to remove the electron from a outermost electron from the body. So the body which has less work function will easily lose the electron and the body which has more work function will require more energy to lose the electron. So work function is usually denoted by work function. It is denoted by a symbol phi. So this is phi A, phi B. So why electron transfer from the body A to B? Because work function of A is less than work function of B. So that's why body A easily loses the electron to the body B. Now next topic is conduction. It's a method of charging a body by conduction. Conduction means what? When we bring some charged body and touch it with a neutral conducting body, then the body which is neutral get charged. It's only due to the transfer of electron from one body to another. In this two body actually touch each other and here one body is charged and other is neutral. But before the case we had discussed in friction, the both body were initially neutral. But in this case body A is going to be charged and body B is going to be neutral. So when a charged body come in contact with an uncharged or a neutral body, then body B also get charged. So this is a process of conduction when charge flow from one conducting body to the other body, and as a result other body B, that is, also get charged. So it's body A, which is a rod which is positively charged. When this is a sphere which is neutral initially, when we bring the rod A in contact with this sphere, this sphere also gets charged accordingly charge. So this is the process of conduction. A best example of this, it's called leaf experiment. In that experiment, what was done, they took a glass jar, or we can take a glass jar. At the mouth of the charge, a rubber cork is fitted over here with a hole in it, and a conducting rod is fixed in the cork, and two gold leaves are connected, very thin gold leaves are connected to the end of this rod. When a charged rod is brought in contact with, say, positive, this, and then due to conduction, this both gold leaves also get positively charged. These both get positively charged. As we well know, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Means positive, they will repel each other. But positive and negative, they attract each other. So it is like charges. Like means same charges, unlike means different charges. So like charges, that is positive and positive, they repel each other, and unlike charges, positive and negative attract each other. So this both gold leaf, due to the conduction, get positively charged and they will get repelled. They will get repelled like this. More the charge they get, more is the magnitude of force of repulsion, and more they get away from each other. So less the charge, less is the magnitude of force of repulsion, so less they get repelled. So it's completely depend upon the magnitude of the charge they are going to have, due to in result of which they can have more or less force of attraction or repulsion. Next is induction, third method of charging a body. Now induction means to induce. So in this process, a body is again to be a charged body and body B is neutral, but it's quite different from the second one. In second one, there was a physical contact between the body A and body B, but in the second one, there is going to be no contact between body A and body B. Now let's start. A body B, that is again a sphere, metallic sphere, placed on a stand. Now in the case of induction, body A is going to be charged, body B is neutral, placed on an insulating stand. Now in this third process, these both are not going to be contact with each other. They are having a distance between them. But as in a body, as I already explained to you, if a body is neutral, it doesn't mean the body has no charge. It may mean that body has equal positive and negative charge. So when this positive rod is brought in close vicinity of body B, then it's going to attract the opposite charge toward this face and going to repel the same charge on the opposite face. Means if this rod is A is positive charge, means negative charge is going to be accumulate on this face. Due to repulsion, positive charge is going to accumulate on the other face. Now we get two faces. One face get charged with negative and other face get charged with positive. Here two type of charges are there. That is bound charge, and second one is free charge. Now is the difference between the bound charge and what's the difference between the free charge. As this charge is negative is bound. Why is it? Because it's in vicinity of this positive charge, means positive charge is going to bound this charge toward itself. So this negative charge is not free to move. Is not free to move. So this is bounded over here. But this positive charge is free to move. Now we are going to do what? We are going to earth this face. Now what is earthing? The symbol I drew here, that is a symbol of earthing or grounding. What the earthing and the grounding means? We are going to move this free charge to the surface.
1.
Now we are going to do earthing of this side, means we are going to connect this with earth. This is a symbol of earthing and the grounding. It means this phase is going to be neutral now. Why? The electron from the earth go to this phase and neutral this charge. So this positive charge is going to get neutral with the help of the same number of electrons. So due to earthing, this positive charge, so mean the electrons from the ground are going to be in the sphere and going to neutralize the same positive charge with same number of electrons, and this free charge gets removed from the surface but not the bounded one, because it is bounded to this positive charge, so it's not free to move. After that we again remove the earthing. So in this sphere only negative charge is there, because all positive charge already got neutralized due to the flow of electron in the sphere. Now next what we are going to do, we are going to remove this. Now this sphere is completely insulated from the ground. Means it's completely insulated, means base is insulated. Whatever the charge it acquire, it's going to have it in itself. It's not going to the ground now. Now if we remove this rod from it, now this bounded charge get turned to the free charge and it equally get distributed over the body. Rather than being on this face, it get completely distributed over the body, and as a result this sphere get negatively charged. So what we done here? We started with a neutral sphere B, and at last we have a negatively charged sphere. Now similarly, if we want to have a positively charged sphere, we take a body A to be negatively charged and sphere on this side positive charge get bonded, and here free charge is negative. Again on doing earthing, negative charge will flow to the earth, and if we remove the earthing and remove the rod respectively, then charge is going to be on the sphere is positive. As a result, the sphere B will get positively charged. Now next is property of charges. First property, that is polarity. Now what is the meaning of polarity? As you well know, that charge are either positive or negative. So this is called polarity, means positive pole and the negative pole of a charge. If a charge is positive, means polarity of a body is positive. If a body having a negative, then we can say a polarity of a body is negative. Next is charge is additive in nature. Now what is the meaning of charge is additive in nature? So means when we take the sum of this charges or different charges in a system, suppose here I have a system or a space in which charge 1, that is Q1, which is positive, is present, charge 2, that is minus it by nature, means with negative polarity, charge 3, again positive, and charge 4, that is negative, and charge 5, that is again negative. Suppose in a system I have 5 charges, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with their respective polarities. Now if we are going to take the sum of this system, we just take a algebraic sum of this system, means we are just going to be add these charges, but along with the charges we have to take the polarity while adding them. Means writing net charge of a system that equals to Q1 plus system 2 with minus, that is minus Q2 plus Q3 plus minus Q4 plus minus Q5. So this result will give the total charge in the system. Net charge is quantized. Quantized means, as we know, when we charge a body, it's only the electron which is going to move from body 1 to body 2. And if we say about the electron, it always moves in integral number. Like 5 electrons are going to transfer from one body to another. 10 electrons, number 10 is to 20 electrons are going to be transferred from body 1 to another. So that's an integer number. So the charge which is going to be transferred from body 1 to another, that's also integral multiple of the charge on the body or charge on the electron. Means charge that is going to be transferred from our body 1 to body B, that is equals to how many numbers of electrons are going to be transferred into the charge on each electron. So the charge which is going to be moved from body 1 to another, it's always move in integral multiples of the charge on the basic particle, that is electron. So it is always quantized. It do not take any irregular value, or it do not take any spontaneous or any irrespective value. It's always a multiple of integral of charge on an electron. So it may be positive or negative, depending on a body is going to be use or give the electron. Next is charge is invariant. What is charge is invariant? As we all know, mass is not invariant. As a body of mass m, if it's going to move with the speed relative to the speed of light, then its mass is going to be vary with the formula of m equals to m naught under root of 1 minus v square by c square. Means it's going to be vary. It's not invariant. Invariant means which do not vary with any factor. So charge is not going to vary with the speed here. Whatever the speed of the particle, moving particle or a moving body, either it is equal to the velocity of light or less than the velocity of light or more than the velocity of light, the charge on a body is going to be remain invariant, means it's not going to be changed. Whatever the charge on the body at rest is equal to the charge of a body in motion with the speed of light or less than or equal to the light. So charge is invariant. Next point is net charge of an isolated system is conserved. Conserved means going to be remain same. What's the meaning of isolated? Means a body which is not in the vicinity of other body. It's being at a place where nothing is there. Means if a body have a charge, then the charge of the same body is going to be same if it's not going to interact with any other body. So with other sense we can say conservation of charge means charge is neither created nor destroyed. It just transferred from one body to another, but in integral multiples. Now last point is similar or like charges repel each other, but unlike charges attract each other. Means if the charges are of same polarity, means positive or positive or negative or negative, then they are going to repel each other. If the charges are of opposite polarity, means unlike, means one is positive, other is negative, or negative positive, then they are going to repel each other. So if the charges are of same polarity, means they are like, they are going to repel each other. That's called electrostatic force of repulsion between them. If they are of say opposite polarity, one is positive, one is negative, then they are going to attract each other with the electrostatic force of attraction. That's it. So stay at home, stay safe. Okay.